doing 8 minutes or less, I could do really well.
Yeah.
And I had a great set. So I didn't feel that your judgments or prejudgments and your anger was... It didn't,
based on you bombing.
Yeah, or me as, or more specifically, based on me as a performer.
Sure. It was me being an insecure dick trying to follow a mess and make to take a shot at you on the way out so I could get my first laugh.
The first 3...
And I'm not sure it worked.
You did probably 5-7 minutes on me in a less than 15-minute set. And the first 3 minutes, not only was I flattered, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was like... Because I just did well. Yeah. Now he's calling to attention the oddities, so you could then set the stage for your different thing. You're basically, it's just a tool of changing expectation again. I'm not going to come up here and pull my dick out and have a puppet. I'm going to sit on a chair and complain.
Did you put...
No.
Did you pull your dick out?
No.
Did I complain? I guess I complained. Right, yeah, go ahead.
Here's Marc Maron. He's a well-established, he's passed at the Comedy Store and the Cellar. He's talking about me. This is great. Minute 4, it's like, all right, Marc, let's all right, now do your stuff, Yeah. And then minute 7 was like, all right, I don't know if he's riding the wave, but you were being a little
mean.
Yeah, you were being mean. My feelings weren't hurt, but I didn't understand what you were doing.
Yeah,
and I didn't go home sad. I didn't think much of it.
I think it became a broader conversation about guys who do that.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
And I think that also unlocked something for you, which was you were making comedy associations and kind of like what you said here. You said, I've been doing this for however long.
A million years, right.
And you said, there's always one of that.
Right.
And that made me laugh because that's funny. And also, there's only one of that?
Exactly. Well, that's the point. That's what got us here was the specialness.
But then you texted me, you apologized, you used too many big words. And I thought that was really.
You don't have that anymore in your phone?
They delete after a year, but I have the screen grab somewhere.
That's okay,
and it's on my podcast. Which if I'm plugging something else, watch our podcast.
Sure.
I do get messages about it often. I tag you sometimes. How much people really like that one, and they get to see you in a way that, seeing you silly like that.
Yeah. Right. Well, I felt bad because there's something about not carrying that stuff with me. I'm trying to figure out why, I think I knew I went too far in a way. Not that it would have mattered to you necessarily, but I just felt like it was just one of those things where I was just mean. I was just being like a bully or something.
Yeah, it was, to your credit, it was obviously an act. Like you were trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And you were for most of it.
Yeah.
You were funny enough for all of it.
Right.
But yeah, it did get to a point to where it's like the intention behind it was, as you said, feeling insecure about, whatever it might have been for you.
Right.
But had we ran into each other a month later and had a conversation in the hallway, there would have been nothing that you did would have made me be like squinting my eyes at you. It's just, it happens all the time.
But no, but you would have, it would have sort of implanted even deeper the idea that Marc's a cranky fuck and, he's going to come to my house. He's going to be cranky and it's going to be
I wouldn't have asked you to come on had you not sent me the message.
Right.
I wouldn't have felt that there was any connection between us. Not that there couldn't be, but that there wasn't one.
That's true. Yeah.
So, I'd just be reaching out because you have a successful podcast and will you help me bring numbers in or whatever the superficial reason would be.
That's the only reason I'm having you on.
Trying to get that YouTube audience?
Yeah.
But like I said, people shit on me all the time. My friend, it's part of,
part of what we do.
It's part of what we do, and you have to acknowledge the room. And you didn't do anything. I didn't feel like you crossed a line. You just stood on it a little longer than you needed to.
And that's a performance note.
And that's just a critique of when in doubt, just cap it at 180 seconds. Yeah. But that message to me was like, because also you didn't have my number. It wasn't just I got a message from you. You had to ask somebody.
Yeah.
Like you, and it was the next day. So you thought about it. And I just thought that was just forget you being mean or not mean or funny enough, whatever it might be.
I think it was me waking up and thinking I think you're too old to be threatened by a puppet.
Well, me being threatened by a puppet is the only reason I use one. Let me ask you a question. Now that our friendship is getting to the point to my doctor. Listen, I'm not a shoulder doctor, Rick.
Yeah.
I have autism, Marc.
Oh my God. Do you like sports?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we piggyback your guests to then, on their way home, come over to do mine?
Oh, boy. Well, I mean, no one's coming over anymore
when the
except
world
for
changes.
comics for some reason. The only people that come over are comics of your generation.
Is that because you feel comfortable with them or they feel comfortable with you?
No, it's just they're willing to do it.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I've gotten to the point, like, if you have it, I probably got it. If I got it, you probably have it. But I feel we both safe enough. But I was getting tested like every fucking 2 weeks for a while.
Yeah. I definitely make assumptions based on people's the projection I have of their lifestyle, whether or not I'm comfortable with that thing.
Yeah, I'm nervous all the time. Anyways,
that's why I do mine on the balcony. I have my guests on the balcony.
I know.
all
I
the
open
time.
the windows and we're safe. We're separated, and there's the glass here. But who the fuck knows? It'll be all right.
Okay.
Oh yes. So sure, I will let people know that you do a podcast and it's on a balcony. Why don't I just tell them to watch this show?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about your audience. I'm talking about your guests.
No, I know.
Bring it up for the next. What if you did a segment for the next? I don't know, for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Where you say
that's a long time.
You do
January
until the end of 2022, whenever you want, and you say something where it's
why
like,
don't you print up some cards for me and I can just hand them to the people?
Sure.
Like the Rick Glassman, take your shoes off.
Yeah.
And then maybe a little picture of you and a goblin cock in the balcony, and say if you want to talk to this guy, you think that will do it?
No, I think it's a horrible sell. And also, I only had 45 seconds to do it before it becomes gratuitous. So I'm going to just text you after and tell you how to get me Obama.
Good talking to you, buddy.
Thanks. You too, man.
Rick Glassman. That was a lot of self-awareness around autism. It turned out to be an educational, powerful talk, empowering, and eye-opening, both to those of us who don't have autism and people who have autism. It's sort of an inspirational story, the Rick Glassman story, which I'm writing right now. All right, you guys, look, maybe it was a weird one. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm weird today, but it's better than being sad, isn't it? Weird is better than sad. Now let's play some sad music. Let's go down to the continent. Okay? God, when can we run again? I mean away. Boomer lives. LaFonda, monkey, flying, cat angels everywhere.